Hello, my name is Ismagulov Elaman, and let's consider my part of work. First laboratory work 16.2.6 about research network security threats, and step 1 is what's about just list the 3 available resources from SANS resources. Next step is locate the link to the CIS critical security controls. Next part of and it's about next part of work. Second part about identify recent network security threats. Just in first task we just locate the risk consuming security alert. Yeah. In the next part, I just write the data to this table, as you see. Name of attack, WannaCry reforms, type of attack, crypto worm, dates of attack, July 21. Okay, I think you can just read it from our work. Next step of the third part was about follow the it's about reflection questions. I just answers to the questions that written in the tasks. Okay, next laboratory work 16.4.7. It's about configuring network devices with CSH. Where is step 1? So step 1 is I choose the cables and the cables and networks, so like in the topology, and as you see, just link this one to this one, this one to this one, and so on. Cables and networks. Next one, just write the command that need to configure our topology, initialize the router switches, IP, enable passwords to the router and switches, so on. Just many commands. Next one. Next one is a pocket tracer. How can I? Okay. As you see, I did all tasks in the pocket tracer. There is 67 over 67. Just need to first of all necessary to configure the IP addresses, subnet masks, just like in previous pocket tracers, just initialize ports, enable passwords, and so on. Next pocket tracer is the same as you see. In PCA I should write a default gateway. In the configure the IP addresses, subnet mask to the ports, to the local ports, and Ethernet port to the line VTI line ports, and that's all. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, we wanted to present you our assignment 7 and 8. Today we describe about model 16 and 70 of introduction to networks. So on model 16 network security fundamentals, we will learn network attacks mitigation, device security. So in model 70 it's built a small network, and we learned device and small network application protocols, scale of larger networks, verify connectivity, host and IOS commands, troubleshooting methodology, troubleshooting scenarios. So uh, this is what we learned in these models. Next, we do some laboratory works uh, and packet tracer works. So now I want to describe you uh, laboratory work. So it's laboratory works show how to work in helical layer. Uh, in this we have some problems like we don't have any IP addresses or default gateways, and for example in PCA we don't have a default gateway, and I just fill it in in desktop IP configuration. We have a string where we show you default gateway. It was 192.168.11, and IP address was 192.169.1.10. So next we see problem with with the router, and also here we in command line interface we set a ping or IP address, and the same we do in the switch. We also see what should be in the router. In the router we have a two interface. It's a G0001 and G000, and here we have two addresses, subnet masks, and we fill it with the commands in command line interface. In switch 1 we have a interface mode 1 and also have a IP address 192.169.1 and 2, and also have a subnet mask and default gateway. So
So in 16.5.2 laboratory work secure network devices. In this laboratory work we need to configure basic device settings, configure basic security measures on the switch and router. Firstly, we need to develop this topology. Here we have host, switch and router. Using this addressing table with such devices that in router we need to define for the interface such IP address, subnet mask. For switch we need to configure IP address and subnet mask and default gateway for VLAN 1 interface, and we need to define an IP address, subnet mask and default gateway for a PC host. In this topology you need a router, a Cisco 4221, switch Cisco 2960, and PC. Also you need console cables and Ethernet cables. You need to we need to plug the console cable from PC to switch, and Ethernet cable you need to connect every device. After configuration by this addressing table, you need to change password on privileged exec mode, console and VTY lines. Also, you need to encrypt all passwords and set the configuration, and that allows to configure the router to accept only SSH connections from remote locations. Laboratory work 17.4.6. In this laboratory work, we need to ping the following regional internet registry. Such websites as lecnic.net, afrinic.net, and apnic.net. Next, we need to use traceroute to document network latency by using these commands. This command and the website and the document. With these commands we need to type to CMD. After the execution of this command, we will have similar txt file. This txt file for traceroute technique. So let's move on to the packet tracer activities. 17.5.9. In this packet tracer activity, you need to analyze show command output. You need to execute such commands in the ISP router and answer these questions. Show command allows the user to determine the IP address and network prefix, determine if an interface is up or down, and to define which interface are currently active on the router. 17.7.6 Packet tracer troubleshoot connectivity issues. In this packet tracer activity, we need to troubleshoot connectivity issues. We have such scenario, and to troubleshoot the issues, we need to ping every host. For example, PC1 to PC2, PC2 to PC1, PCA to PCB, PCB to PCA, and PCB to PC1 and PCA and PC2 to PC2, and so on. And check is the ping is successful or not. After analyzing and checking every pings, I made a conclusion that IP address on PCB was wrong, and the default gateway on switch 2 was wrong too. All I need is to reconfigure the IP address and subnet mask. That's it.